Impossible. The Sith have been extinct for a millennium. Well, that's what was said in this clip. But now, this character on the left here, who is a quick kind of throwaway character in the Phantom Menace that got a lot of attention, is now in the Acolyte. Apparently, 40 years before he was born, and 100 years before this. And so what are the implications of this? Well, the shill media will have you believe that this is just a great cameo. It's fantastic that they're just putting in member-berry Star Wars things into the Acolyte. But it flies in the face of the lore. It flies in the face of canon. And, with Disney going so far as to remove the extended universe and all that from canon to make their own, this is just insulting to everybody's intelligence who ever cared about Star Wars. And it's another huge, huge error for the Acolyte. And the shills are going out of their way to cover this up. It's out of control, but that's what you would expect from all of this crap always, right? My name's John Delarose. I'm a #1 best-selling science fiction writer, and if you care about the lore and you care about actually respecting established universe, check things out here. I've got Justified Saga of the Nano Templar. You'll love this if you're a Star Wars fan. It's a full trilogy on Amazon, and I've got it in ebook, print, and audio for you to check out today. This link's in the description below, and thank you guys for reading the books. I appreciate you for being there, and make sure to hit the like and subscribe button while you're here. Join our community of real Star Wars fans, as Wookieepedia might say. And we're going to get into what Wookieepedia is doing about this in a moment, but what the shill media is doing is, here it is, here's the Who is the Jedi cameo in the Acolyte, Episode 4. This is Games Radar, and all the news articles are about this right here, Ki-Adi-Mundi, a Jedi from the High Council in the prequel movies, is now into the Acolyte. And it makes no sense, as I said before, because given the Acolyte, it takes place 40 years before he was allegedly born. And it also makes no sense because we have a clear Sith in the Acolyte, and he's involved in this situation. And so he knows there's a Sith there, and he said, his famous line from the frickin' movie is, the Sith have been extinct for a millennium. So he's lying to the Jedi Council here, if that's the case, in order to defend the Sith. That's the only thing that makes sense, which means he's a Sith himself, right? Very weird stuff that's happening with the Acolyte, and the media is just cheering it on. This is how democracy dies, right? And they're just so excited for this to happen that they're publishing articles about this cameo as if this is some wonderful, great thing happening in the episodes here, when it's a huge screw-up of canon and lore. This is the exact same thing that we just dealt with in the Warhammer 40K community, if you guys remember this from about a month ago, where they started talking about female space marines in their new codexes. And everybody's like, there's no female space marines. This didn't happen. And they said, it's always been that way. And what happened at that point, they lied to their fan base. And this is exactly what we're going to find with the Star Wars scenario here and all of their shills surrounding it, is the fan base is going to get lied to again. It's already happening. This is the exact same scenario. It's like a deja vu of cringe. And they can't just admit they made a mistake, because if they admit they made a mistake, then it starts looking at, well, what else is a mistake? And so this is what the SJWs do. They always double down in every single situation, even when it's clearly wrong. Now, in this situation, it was canon that he was born at a certain time, and here is that list of him in canon, born in 92, before the Battle of Yavin. So they actually have that, where this again takes place 40 years prior to that. So this is wrong. Now, what does Wookieepedia do? This is the official Star Wars wiki that everybody uses. He had never had a birth date in canon. They lied immediately about it, right? So they changed their Wookieepedia to actually have him born at a time where it makes sense for this. The lore got changed on his little page entry. And they started going further than this, because this is what the SJWs do. They don't care about facts. They don't care about the fandom. They don't care about the lore. Anybody who went and tried to edit it back, they banned from the page. And then the purveyor of That Park Place, who actually reported on this, John Trent, mentioned them on Twitter, because he did this whole deal. This is an article about a different situation. Pretty funny too. They're trying to virtue signal, of course, as the Acolyte's coming out. And so they posted this yesterday. Star Wars is for everyone. You may not like everything that gets produced, but that does not give you the right to tell others they cannot enjoy it. Not every piece of media released will resonate with every fan, and that's okay. Enjoy what you enjoy. And so then continues, if you like Star Wars, you are a Star Wars fan. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Well, unfortunately, this flies in the face of what Leslie Headland said the other day when she gave her interview talking about this sort of thing. And when she was trying to push this diversity thing that everybody's being harassed because of their being a minority or whatever, she said this, and she said, I stand by my empathy for Star Wars fans, but I want to be clear. Anyone who engages in bigotry or racism or hate speech, I don't consider a fan. Well, since Wookieepedia said Star Wars is for everyone, that means that they are disagreeing with Leslie Headland's statement here, and that everyone can be a fan, whether you like this stupid Acolyte show or not. And that is something that happened here. So when the purveyor of this website actually called them out on this, they blocked him on Twitter. So this is what they do every single time. They will lie about things. They will change the lore. They will gaslight you about it. They will pretend like it's always been that way. And then they'll start blocking anybody who criticizes things the other way. So Lucas Star Wars Girl posted this the other day. Wikipedia has changed the birth date of Ki-Adi-Mundi to cover up the blatant disregard to the lore by the Acolyte. He wasn't born until 40 years after events, but they put him in the show and made him a traitor. Absolute effing disgrace, insult to George. Wow, absolutely crazy. And this is the fan reaction. The fans hate this. All the way around the internet, I've just seen condemnation of this. Nobody's saying this is a good thing, except for the articles in the mainstream media, and there's a lot of them. If you just look up Acolyte cameo, they were ready with the mainstream media. They were obviously told by Disney, let's hype this so that it ties into the prequels. It'll make all the fans happy because they've got their member berries of the lore. And they all are looking at this. They all wrote articles together, and this is how you know it's coordinated. And because these quote journos working for these companies never have any research themselves. They always copy each other. They get press releases from Disney. They get told what to write, and that's why these articles start to come out in the promotion of these shows. They're all shill media for their access, and a lot of these companies are on their approved media list, and You get that for a while, and then you get off the approved media list, and then you kind of have to actually discover stories for yourself. There's different websites that do that too, good ones. And so here's their whole deal. Big Jedi cameo, news story connections. What is Ki-Adi-Mundi doing in The Acolyte? His cameo could be crucial to the plot. Surprising prequel Jedi cameos, what it could mean for the Sith. Star Wars fans go ballistic over the canon-breaking cameo, and this is look at this. They did it in scare quotes. I haven't read this one yet. Let's see what they say. So they're going to claim that this is somehow okay. Concerning how it works in canon, here's what they say. I see people throwing a fit about Ki-Adi-Mundi in The Acolyte breaks lore. It does. So first, and you see the rainbow in this person's bio. I see no particular reason why we needs to be there. No, he didn't need to be there. Second, any birth date or lifespan info comes from non-canon legend sources. The prequels never covered it, but that's not true. That's not true at all. So fans are divided. They're really not for the most part. You get a few who are these kind of shills who are working to promote for Disney, but overall fans are just livid about this, and it's it's showing in the ratings here. They always say it's the review bomb. But notice after episode 4, it hasn't gone back up. It's still at the low 14%. Nobody came in and was like, you know what, I actually do like this. I hate the review bombers. We are all in on this show. I did my review on the 4th episode earlier this morning, and it was a complete train wreck from a writing perspective all the way around. It made no sense. And when you get into this lore-breaking stuff, and you get into the fact that they're deleting and canceling people who disagree with it, you've got something wrong, because we already went through this with Games Workshop, with the female Space Marines, with Warhammer 40K, and now they're doing it with Star Wars because they know they've screwed up and they have no other alternative but to lie to you. Ugh, it's really sad. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure to check out Justified Saga of the Nano Templar, my awesome series. You'll love it. We'll be back soon.